Greg here from forbiddenknowledge.info again, here to talk about implantable microchips. This is a hot topic for a lot of you because there's a red line in the sand the government eventually crosses that does stir up the American people. Now with me, when I woke up years ago, I found out the red line in the sand was way behind me. I'd crossed it years ago and I didn't even know it. And if a lot of you started studying, you find out you've crossed the red line a long time ago too. But the microchip one, implantable microchip, really gets on people's nerves to where that might be the point that it really becomes the time where you no longer are, you're going to have to say you're not a slave anymore. Well, here's why I think a lot of you are going to go along with it willingly. They're conditioning you, first of all, to believe about the microchips. Do you already plant them in your animals? A lot of places are requiring them, and you go right along with it. Well, it's not me, it's my animal. Okay, so you justify that, you just turn the blind eye to that. Well, but they're conditioning you. They're slowly conditioning you to believe these microchips are okay. Since 9/11, there's been public introductions of microchips in people. Well, a lot of people claiming how good it is, and the press will trumpet it as being something wonderful. But for a lot of you, that's a major red flag and a red line in the sand that they don't ever going to cross with you, right? Well, here's what's going to happen someday, or something similar to it. This is my opinion here, so you can put all your negative comments you want below. But I do encourage comments because I want to hear your opinions on it. But if you attack me like a troll, then you're going to get attacked right back. They're going to convince you of this. Here's one of the ways that I thought they probably certainly would. Think about what happened here a couple of years ago in Africa with the Boko Haram kidnapping all these schoolgirls. I don't remember how many it was a lot of schoolgirls, right? What happens here in this country, the US we're talking about here, what happens in this country if all of a sudden there's a whole bus of school children that comes up either missing or declared kidnapped or something of that nature, kind of like what happened in Africa? What would happen? Well, the press this would be headline news for days. Well, and if it's something fomented intentionally to get you to believe in having a microchip implanted, then look out, because more than likely when this happens, and if it happens I should say, because I don't know for sure this is going to happen, but more than likely if this happens, it will be intentional to get you to believe in the positive of the microchip, because now we have all these children missing, and the press will just attack this minute by minute, day by day, month by month, however long the crisis continues of these missing school kids from the bus out of wherever in mainstream US. They're going to trumpet this on the press over and over again at length, and how awful it is, and what would it be like if those children were implanted with microchips. We could find them in an instant. There'd be no question. We'd be able to track them down immediately. There wouldn't be all this wait and all the grieving parents, and you see how how they condition you, and then have a problem reaction solution, ordo ab chaos, create a crisis and have a solution for you. Crisis being 60 missing children, can't find them for weeks, maybe even months, don't know if they're dead or alive. But if everybody had microchips, then laws will start being passed state by state requiring the implantation of microchips in their children to attend schools. Just saying, folks, this is one of the ways they could get you to cross that red line in the sand. You love your children, right? You don't want to see them to get in trouble or in danger or jeopardize their lives. You'll do anything for your children, right? I can look a lot of you square in the face and say, you don't love your children like you say you do if you will do anything for them. You're willing to die for them because you've enslaved them. Most of the parents don't know that, but you've enslaved them with the numbers and all the federal encumbrances, so by the time they're grown up and then brainwashed to believe that they're free when they're not. So look in the mirror. You can get mad at me all you want. Look in the mirror and say, what the hell am I doing? Thanks for watching.